Good evening, YouTube. This is another video to show off some of the other advantages of using virtual reality. Now, in this case, I'm going to be using it to play a game of pool. Now, as many of you know, most software developers, such as myself, don't really get out that much, so hand-to-eye coordination can best be described as really poor. Now, right now, I'm in the Starship Enterprise's holodeck. And it really feels like I'm in there. It's a really well done piece of scenery, but it's quite ironic that we are in the holodeck because we're about to use a holodeck to disappear into another world, which we're going to kick off now. And this should take us into a big pool hall where we can play pool in the comfort and safety and privacy of our own home. Here we go. So we're in the pool hall here. This game doesn't just simulate pool, it simulates a bar basically. Now I'm playing it single player at the moment, but you can play it multiplayer and have lots of people in this bar from all around the world, and you can hear them talk through the headset. Now you can walk around as normal. Now if my room's big enough I can walk around the whole thing, but it isn't, so here I'm teleporting. And it's amazing how I guess solid these people look, even though they're obviously computer generated models. Now what I'm going to do is teleport back to my pool table, then I'm going to rotate the pool table to match the orientation of my room. That's where you'll see the orange dots. Here we go. Now, I was going to show you a game of pool, but this particular one is so badly done, even by my standards, that I've kind of binned it, and I'm going to show you a different game of pool, because that one was really bad. At least in this one I get to pot something. Now, I'm playing the artificial intelligence on the lowest setting. Again, you can play multiplayer against real people, and you can even do trick shots, put beer bottles on the table, all sorts of things, because it's got full physics modelling. But there are various ways of moving around the table. You can walk around it, and if I had a room that was big enough, I could walk all the way around it. The other thing you can do is teleport around the edges, which you'll see me doing occasionally. And the third type of movement, which you'll also see, is wherever you see those orange dots, it's where I'm rotating the camera all the way around and reorientating the pool table in my real room. And you can see that when you look top right at the Vive's camera image, compare it to the motion in the pool hall. Now, although the AI is playing really badly, I generally play a lot worse, and having a pool game like this is a godsend. It means that I can learn pool without anyone taking the mick out of me, because some of the shots that I miss are just unbelievable. Now, many people that can play pool a lot better than me, that have played this game, say that the ball mechanics are actually very good. The physics is spot on. So good that if you, oops, just fouled. But it's so good that if you you can actually set up trick shots and all sorts of other things, they work really well. And I recommend you search online on YouTube, and you see some professional pool players playing this, and they really do a good job. So how does it work without having a real physical cue? Now, basically my front controller holds the front of the cue, on the back the right hand controller holds the rear, then you can swap that round. What you do, you click the trigger on the front controller to lock it, which I've just done there, that stops it from moving. And once it's locked, you can then use the rear one to add spin and to actually swing. And it really feels like you're holding a cue, especially with the haptic feedback. Now, a lot of users of this, in order to get the real feeling of leaning on a table, they'll put a small table in their room, and they'll align this virtual table with their small table, so they actually have something physical to lean on. And again, I've read many accounts of people being fooled by this virtual table and actually like try to leave their controllers on it, only to have them obviously fall to the floor because this table isn't there. But it feels really real. Now notice here I'm kind of cheating. I've kind of put myself in the table. That's not something you can really do in real life. Here I'm going to try and go for a shot, which I miss as usual. This opponent is a lot better than me. It's kind of weird because I know, I guess, the physics of pool. Basically, if you could draw a line between, through the ball to the pocket, and you could hit the ball on that line, the ball should go in. But I just haven't got a clue. But this is why I was so poor at it. I actually get this one in. Here we go. No. Typical. But the great thing is, I'm doing really badly at home without necessarily a whole pub watching me, which is probably a good thing. And it means that maybe after a few months of practice, I'll be able to turn up at a real bar and show people my newfound pool prowess. Although I suspect for me it's going to be quite a large learning curve. So I'm going to teleport to the end of the table here. So we're rotating the table to fit the room. Now that blue boundary that you see on the floor, that's my room boundary. That's my physical room boundary. Will I get this in? Oh, look at that. Now, that was a fluke. What am I going to go for now? I tend to go, I'm going to go for the centre pocket. There's no way I'm going to get two in a row, surely. It's a bit fidgety getting the cue line just right. Oh, got it in. Unbelievable. That was very fluky. I might even have another ball lined up for a corner shot. And again, most average pool players will get this in very easily, but I'll be very surprised what I do. I just haven't got the angles right in my head yet. Here we go. Let me get it in. Oh my god, I actually got 3 balls in. Now that is a fluke. The thing is, if I was playing this in a real pub, most people would be accusing me of being a shark or something because I got 3 in a row, but they're all flukes. What I'm trying to do there, centre pocket maybe? Ooh! Yeah, I was going for quite high power there. Now, it's really hard to get it across, but the ambience of this, I guess, bar simulator is really high. With the positional sound, the chat you hear of the NPCs, though, that, by the way, greyed out because I went out of the range of my trackers, and if it didn't grey out, you'd get stutter. That would give you motion sickness. So what the Vive does, it will grey out if you go out your camera range. So I do have a little blind spot in one corner. But anyway, going back to the ambience side, I really feel like I'm in this bar. All the sounds, the look of the pool table, it's almost like being on a night out, really. Bizarre, really. Oh, looks like the computer fouled, so I get to pick up the ball and plonk it down. I say, when you play with real people in this, they appear like the AI there, like a party hat and their VR goggles, and I can see their controllers. And that combined with the fact you hear positional audio from when they actually physically speak, really makes you feel like you actually have someone in your room with you. It's quite eerie, really, and you can almost read their body language by the way the controllers are moving. Oh wow, I almost got that in, which for me isn't too bad. Now this AI, I say it's on very easy at the moment. Normally it can play really well, even doing jump shots, which I've seen it do on occasion. The kind of thing I could never do. And what I tend to do, if I got the chance of getting something in, I tend to go for what I call a nuke shot, and just give it a good hard whack like that, and hope that maybe a ball go in. Not exactly the best pool tactic in the world, but you know, sometimes it works out. Now, in real life, I think I had one game of real snooker, and snooker's on a bigger table, smaller pockets, and I was actually playing someone who was just as bad as me. I know that's hard to believe, and our game took so long that we got kicked out of the hall. Hence why I don't really want to impose my really crap skills on other real people, not until I've got them honed up a bit. And I guess the real proof of the pudding would be, oh my god, how did I get that in? I missed the pocket I was aiming for and get it on a rebound. Unbelievable. But I say that the real proof of the pudding is if I get good at this and then go to a real pub and see whether my real pool's improved at all. Because that would be amazing if it has. But in terms of other advantages, apart from the fact I could play it in privacy, in real life I couldn't probably afford a real full-size pool table like that. It just costs way too much money. In addition, I live in a very small flat, and there's absolutely no way I could get a pool table with it, let alone play around it. Whereas with virtual reality, I've paid what, £12? I got that in as well. Wow, I've paid about £12 GBP. And for that, I've got myself, in effect, a full-size pool table. Unbelievable, really. Very cheap when you think of it like that. Ooh, that black almost went in, which has been really bad for me. Now, I think the game will be coming to its end pretty soon, so put you all out of your misery. What's the AI up to? Yeah, he's got it in. So, as usual, the AI, well, mostly the AI beats me. I have one or two. So yeah, for all intents and purposes, that felt just like a real pool game. The only difference between that and a real one is I don't have people taking the mick out of my really poor skills. So now what we're going to do is look at the other thing you can do in this game is darts. And you'll be pleased to know I'm just as crap at darts as I am at pool. Again, as a software developer I should really try and get out more, but I'm sure I'll get the hang of that one day. At this stage I actually lost my orientation in the real world. I don't know, I've got a door just in front of me there, which I think I accidentally bang. So, it's very easy to do in VR, even with the outline of my room on the floor there. You get so immersed in the virtual world that you completely forget where you are. So here we go. What are we going to get? Nothing. Oh, I actually hit the board. Yeah. So as I say, dart games again, I really wouldn't want to play one of those in real life. And besides, I suspect I'd pose a danger to the general public, because who knows where the darts would go. So going to the practice this kind of thing in a virtual environment, which is pretty safe, mostly. Now the developers of this game are going to be adding other pub games to it. I think they're going to bring in air hockey next as well. This is why the modelled bar is so large. But what's great about this place is the physics modelling. Everything's modelled. If you want, you can balance the chairs one on top of each other. Here I'm going to knock my dominoes over, because that's the kind of thing I like to do. Let's tap it with my controller. And it's great because I can feel touching it with the haptic feedback of the controller. And like I say, I've seen people online do trick shots with beer bottles and and balls and all sorts. You throw things around. I guess you could even have a real bar fight, though I've not really tried that yet. So anyway, let's end this one for the pints at the bar. Pint please, barmaid. That was a tough game. So that's my tour of virtual pool. Hopefully you can see the advantages of being able to do this in virtual reality. Thank you for watching the video. Like, share and follow if you enjoyed it. Thank you. Bye.